Howdy folks, it's Tall Turtle here and welcome back to Microsoft Flight Simulator, and today we're going to continue the South England bush trip, legs 2 and 3 today in this video. The previous video was the introduction to leg 1, so I assume you already know what's going on, because why would you start watching in the middle? But if not, welcome. Anyway, that's all the introduction you get. Let's get going. Okay, well, they started us on the runway, but it's cold and dark. And what is that right there? Swimming pool in the middle of the taxiway? So anyway, I'm trying to remember where we left off because I recorded video 1 like 2 weeks ago or something. So I'm trying to remember where we were. We did leg 1, that's all I know. And we're doing 2 and 3 in this video, 4 and 5 in the next video, and 6 and 7 in the final video. Yeah, oh that's right, we flew over several big cities connected by a road. And we're either in Oxford or we left off where we went over Oxford or something. Let me see, does it tell us where we are? Bristol, that's what it was. Oxford was before this, and then Bristol. Now I remember it all, or do I? I even remember EGHD. So we're going from EGHD to Egg Hurry Up. That's where we're headed. Alrighty, let's start the airplane first actually before we read about where we're going. Let's see if I can do this on my checklist. This shouldn't be too difficult. We need some kind of battery, right? And I think we needed external power in order to get this going. No, come on, there we go. We should have some lights on before we start up, at least your beacon or strobe. But since we're already on the runway, we're doing it all. We're going crazy with the lights. Alrighty, ignition on. Starter fuel on, I guess. Starter on? Is fuel already on in this one? No, where's fuel in this one? Why am I forgetting here? Wait. Never mind. Okay. Okay. Whatever. I'm not going to complain. As long as it works, it works. Ooh, my multi-panel lit up on my desk. Alright, I think that's all we need. We're not going to need anti-icing, I don't think. The real weather is on. I assume like it was before. And the last time we flew, the weather was suitable for flying. Real weather was. Oh, there's an EasyJet. I have not turned off the nameplates because I'm still hoping we see real-life players. We haven't seen them yet. It's been years since I've seen real-life players with me. So hopefully we'll see them this time. I really doubt it. Anywho, I forgot what I was saying. I don't remember. Oh, real weather last time was suitable for flying. Hopefully suitable for flying today. Alright, that should be everything we need to do. Basic startup just because it's a bush trip. And while that's calibrating, we can zoom out here and we're headed over to here. So we're going to follow the coast and end up... Ooh, that's right. This is the one airport that we might actually have to try. That's right. I remember now. We will use GPS on autopilot because why not? Have it available to us. We talked about this in the previous several videos of bush trips. Nothing to prove to anybody. We know how to navigate old school. We also know how to navigate new school. So we'll be cool and hip today. And use autopilot with GPS. Flaps down 1 just to get ready. Autopilot set up. If you look right here in the glass cockpit, you'll see what I'm doing on my multi-panel. We're going to go up 2,500 feet. Actually, it was really too much turbulence that low last time, but at the same time, we want to see everything. Let's do 2,700 feet today. We're going to use GPS. So I'll use nav on the autopilot. So I click my thing to vertical speed. So once we're in there, we can set a vertical speed. Because if I set it now, it's not going to matter. Alright, I used to be able to in X-Plane, I would do autopilot ahead of time. But if I do it all ahead of time, sometimes it doesn't kick in the sim until we're off the ground. Okay, there we go. Reading about what we're doing. We're going to lift off from Bristol Airport, set a course to the southwest, and gain a visual of Bristol Channel. Pass over the town of Weston-super-Mare, or Mare, I guess. Located just inland of the channel. Okay, so we're going to look for a pretty good-sized city. That's right away, so let's read about what's next. And turn to the south and follow the coastline. Remaining inland of the shore, pass over the town of Highbridge and River Brew. And gain a visual of River Parrot. Bridgewater is located on the banks of the river, so 2 big cities. This is just one city after another. That's fantastic. Should we read about the third one here? Yeah, why not? It'll make... because we're combining legs. The more I read ahead of time, the shorter the videos get, right? I'll just make sure to include all this in the sightseeing so you won't miss anything, don't worry. So won't be a pop quiz at the end. Unless you're trying to figure out what you're looking for. That will be your quiz. From Bridgewater, turn to the west-northwest and pass to the north of Quantock Hills. Located just inland of the South Shore, the Quantock Hills were the first location in England to be designated an area of outstanding natural beauty. Okay, cool. I like that terminology. I used to say that to my wife, I'm pretty sure. After passing, well, it's still, used to. Oh, no. I still say that to my wife. She doesn't watch my videos, don't worry. I can misspeak all I want. After passing the northern end of Quantock Hills, follow the coastline of the Bristol Channel to the village of Dunster, not Dumpster, located along the banks of the river Airfield. So 2 big cities and then an area of outstanding natural beauty. Then after that, we'll read about Linton together when we get there. Oh man, that's funny. So 1 big city, 2 big city, and then here we'll cross over the area of outstanding natural beauty. I love it. Okay, so there you go. So we'll fly around. You'll get some sightseeing through here and here, and then I'll see when we get there. So that's kind of funny, but that's how we'll do that. And without further ado, I think we're ready. No ATC, no weather, nothing. Just, well, no like ATIS to get the weather, I guess. Whoa, okay, let's get those brakes set correctly before we jump off the line here. Oh, well, there's going to be a little bit of wind. Oh yeah, I'm fighting it a little bit, so we'll see how this goes. We should be good, and pop up. Boom, up we go. Brakes to stop the wheels, gears fixed. Get a little bit of speed here. Hey, EasyJet, are you coming in for a landing? Whoa, I hope you saw that. I hope you saw that. They're going to go around. Yep, flaps coming up. Oh, that was awesome. That was awesome. I might have to take a screenshot of that or something, and I'll put it on the screen if I remember right now. If I remember, and you can see how close that was. Yep, I know they're going to tell me a bunch of stuff here. Alrighty, so let's get back on track ourselves by turning around, and we will get going. So they tell you these things every time you leave and come back to the sim. However, I think, they're going to go around. Whoa, I'm watching the airplane, sorry. I think though, if you get really far off track, it'll pop up too. Because there's times I've taken shortcuts. Oh no, there are a bunch of EasyJets around here. Anyway, I've taken shortcuts before, and I get that back on track thing. Not sure what airline that is, but these are all commercial jets because I have real traffic turned on and real live players turned on. And we're getting a bunch of, AI running, not AI traffic, it's a computer running real life traffic. And I always have that on. We just normally have the nameplates off. The only time I turn that off is if I'm going to a really busy airport and I don't want to deal with ATC talking to 300 people and I can't get through. I'm way higher than I meant to be. But yeah, the plates are normally off. What I was hoping for, there's another one, I think, another climbing. What I was hoping for was player traffic, which I do normally have turned off, but I have it turned on again. And let me get situated. We're way higher than I wanted to because I was having way too much fun. Alright, so let's see, we got flaps up, let's engage autopilot with nav, and vertical speed. Now we gotta go down 500 feet per minute because we're way too high. Oh, wait. Oh, are we gonna pass them? No, they're climbing and they're going somewhere else. Anyway, so yeah, so the real life players I usually have turned off because, one, your computer has to calculate all of their stuff, so it's like trying to fly up to 50 airplanes in the vicinity, and all the nameplates get crazy, so I turned it off for a couple years. I've had it back on now for a while, and I've yet to run into another player, so I don't know, kind of lonely, but that's okay. Let's see, we're descending down to 2,700 feet, which might be kind of high still, but that's okay. We'll see. And we're flying to the first town, and then the second town, and then Natural Beauty. I think we're situated now that we're done being distracted by real-life aircraft. I mean, it was really cool to see those aircraft, but they were a little bit distracting. But anyway. Alrighty, looking around together before I turn you loose to sightseeing. There's the channel up there. Anyway, so looking good. Flat, but good. So, sightseeing for you, I assume you know the drill. And I'll see you when we get to the area of natural beauty while we cruise at 2,700 feet, which again is a little high, but it's way smoother. See you in a little bit. Alright, 2.5 minutes out from where we need to read about the next POI, and our speed is all over the place because of the weather. We were pinging the overspeed alarm, so I brought us back. Just barely tapped my yoke or my throttle on my yoke, and now it brought us way down. So having a hard time keeping the speed that I like because of the weather changing constantly, and with all the terrain and everything, like these high hills we just went through. Your last bit of sightseeing. Oh, hey, how's everybody doing? I haven't even looked back here before. But anyway, so I've been pinging the overspeed warning more than I would like to, but we haven't crashed yet, or the sim hasn't determined it a crash yet, so that's good. But I don't want to go too slow either, so I'm just kind of playing with it. Otherwise, was that an area of natural beauty? I don't know. Maybe. It didn't seem terribly impressive from the sim. But whatever. So here we go. Well, I bring back throttles yet again. Let's read about what we're going to do next here. And I really wish these stayed collapsed, but whatever. Linton. Gain a visual. No. Yeah, gain a visual on the Eastland River. Follow to the town of Linton, located on the shore of the Bristol Channel. And that is way up there. So we have some high hills to go through, or go past, I guess. Well, they're not that high, they're right there. And we'll keep our altitude, obviously. And then we'll go Linton. So this is not Linton here. Linton is beyond. So don't get too excited yet. So we'll go Linton. I might climb if the train turbulence is too much. We're already picking it up a little bit. So we'll see. Yeah, slowing us down, whatever. After Linton, what happens next? We go to Barnstaple. Turn to the southwest and sight the River Taw. Pass over the port town of Barnstaple, where the river begins and begins to widen as it enters the Bristol Channel. So, a town and then another town, but looking at the river apparently. Who cares about the town, I guess? Look for the river. And then, then after that, we land on a little tiny airport. Actually, it's not that tiny, but it's grass. So we have to find that somehow. So we'll probably do a flyover, do an inspection pass. Unless I spot it very easily, then we'll just land on it. But anyway, so we have a town. And then we have, look at that now. My goodness. Look at that airspeed. Oh, it's bouncing us everywhere. Crazy. Alright, a town, a river with a town on it. That is pretty there. And then the airport. So, enjoy the sightseeing for the rest of this leg, and then we'll come back together when it's time to land, and then we'll do the next leg in the same video. So, long ways to go yet. Hopefully you're as excited as I am. Alright, as much fun as this is, it's time to land the airplane soon, or look for, look for the airport before we land the airplane, I guess. I'm trying to get comfortable in my chair, and I cannot get comfortable today. No matter what I do, I'm just all moving around trying to fly this plane, and it's difficult to get in a position to do manual landing here. But anyway, it says we're pointing right at the runway, up there somewhere. So let's slow down a little bit, bring back throttles, look around one final time. Very pretty, but not nearly as impressive as the previous two bush trips from the same world update. I mean, you can only do so much when it's flat with towns, but and the scenery quality is okay. I don't think it's as good as the other ones, but I don't know. It's fine. It's fine. I don't know. I was just so impressed with the other two that this is like, okay, whatever. But I know I'm offending a lot of you, because more of you are likely from this area than the other areas. So I know you can't help what your geography looks like, but I don't know. It's okay. Yeah, I'll stop saying things now. Ooh, let's not slow down that much. Ooh, we're in flaps range. Alright, so I don't want to come down too much because we need to be able to see, but I also want to be able to land at some point. So let's come down to 2,000 feet even, I guess. And let's go 400 feet, 500, 600 feet down per minute, whatever. And we'll keep our eyes peeled. It's not over there, but I want to look over there. It's not over there either, but I want to look over there. Minute and a half out, so that's pretty close. Geez, I guess it's not get comfortable. My armrests are like too high today or something, and they won't go lower. Not sure what's happening. So I'm assuming we're gonna have to do a flyby and then set heading bug or something. So we get the orientation of the runway. Ooh, let's slow down again. Let's pull up the VFR map and see what it looks like. Or not what it looks like, but what our runway options are. Oh, bunch of options. Okay, well, if the wind doesn't change, we're going to want to get a runway close as we can to 32 or 33, which would be runway 34, but is really short. We can land on that easy in this airplane. Don't know if I want to, though. That being said, let's move heading bug to 340 degrees so we have an idea of what that runway looks like, and if we think it's too short, we will land on another runway, but then we'll have a 13 knot crosswind, which I don't want either. Holo wise, yeah, 25 and 16, which would be a perpendicular crosswind, and why is our thing all weird? Okay. It says we're over the runway right now. I didn't see it. Should we look outside? Is that cheating? Oh yeah, we are right over it. Just turn off autopilot because it's trying to bring us to the next leg. Okay, sorry. I didn't mean to use the outside view to find an airport, but we did. So let's fly this way a little bit more so we can get some time to think when we come back. Holy moly, this wind. Oh, see, the wind just changed. So it would be better maybe. No, it's because we changed. So it would be better to use a different runway, but no, that's not true. Alright, do we have enough space behind us, do you think? Let's do first set of flaps. And let's come down. And let's turn around and see if we can do this without having to do multiple go-arounds. The tall turtle does not like go-arounds. Because it takes time. And I don't have as much flight sim time as I would like. So every time I go around, it takes away from what I can do. We're going to do a sharp U-turn here while we try to descend. This wind is so ridiculous. If this doesn't work, we might have to turn off real world weather. But, I mean, 9-10 knot crosswind isn't, like, super bad. It's just, most bush trips have no weather. Of course, there's always some kind of weather, but in air quotes, no weather. So, it makes something that should be simple, like this should be a super easy bush trip, but it makes it a little more difficult. Which is fine, we can handle it, we can do anything, right? Let's not stress the aircraft. Where is our runway? It says we missed it. Because look, look behind us now. See? That's runway orientation. So we're just going to go in circles like an idiot. I do a full flap already, just because I'm in panic mode. Okay, so we missed the runway. Runway orientation is this. So it's out there somewhere. Where is it? I don't see nothing. I don't see anything. Oh, there it is. Right there. That little tiny patch. Okay, well, full flap. Gears down already. We can definitely land in 850 feet. I mean, this thing with reversers and everything and good brakes. All we need to do is touch, slam into, reversers, and we can stop very quickly. So, no excuses. If you're doing this for like one of the first times and you're not experienced with short takeoff and landing, STOL and wind and all that, I would turn off with weather and just make it no weather like most bush trips and land on the perpendicular runway. But I'm not landing on the perpendicular runway with this kind of wind. It'd be way easier in this weather to land on the tiny runway than it would to land on that other one. So we're going to go for this one. I just don't want to bump those trees. We're going to come in right at stall and touch down right on those numbers if we can. We got to get over these trees first, though. Okay. I think we cleared the trees. Here we go. Yep, stall right on the numbers. Stall on the numbers. Boom. Reversers. And down. See? Look at that. Told you we could do it. It's just, that tree was annoying. There you go. Okay, good. Okay, good. I actually honestly thought we bumped that tree right there. That was too close for comfort, that tree. Okay, there you go. That leg done. Leg 2. We're going to move on to leg 3 right now. Here we go. Your aircraft has been refueled. Well, thank you very much. Although I think it put us, or left us, yeah, right where I landed. I mean, that's a pretty good landing. Look at that. Look at that. Didn't use half the runway. Barely use half the runway. So anyway, that goes back to what I was saying in another video. Let's do first flaps down first. Okay, there you go. That goes back to what I was saying in another video about how if you give me a really difficult landing in a difficult plane on a small runway, this is an easy plane, but let's say give me a difficult plane on a difficult runway, difficult conditions, I seem to not have a problem with it. Seems to go fine. But if you give me a huge, wide, long runway, I make a mess of the landing. I think it goes back to concentration. Like with beginner's luck, I'll say I have beginner's luck, which my theory is I concentrate harder if I'm doing something the first time, and then subsequent times I don't concentrate as hard, so therefore it goes better the first time. Same thing with these landings. It's like the more concentration it takes, the better I do. But if it doesn't take much concentration, then yeah, it doesn't seem to go well. So I like the hard stuff. All right, where are we going? We're going from hurry up to hiccup. All right. Oh, one more thing too. That also relates to piano music. How? Because if I get subscriber requests on my piano channel or something for easy, intermediate piano music, I sometimes struggle with the phrasing and looking for more and getting it exactly right. But if they ask for something difficult, I usually just knock it out of the park without too much thought, because it all kind of plays itself. The phrasing is there, but easier stuff when just looking for more, you know. And I'm just, I don't know, very strange phenomenon that I suffer from, in air quotes. Okay, enough of that. Let's get going here. Okehampton. After departing from Eaglescott Airfield, set a course to the south and gain a visual on River Oakmont. Follow the course of the river to the town of Okehampton. Something like that. So if you look over here, big town. And then we'll do a couple here together again. From there, follow the highway to Launceston, location of the castle. Ooh, so look for a castle. So big town, castle. Let's do one more. After passing over the castle area, continue on the southwest course, following the highway. Gain a visual along Coleyford, the large reservoir in the area. Pass over the reservoir to reach the town of Bodmin. So we got a town, a castle, and a town. And I think we're getting closer to West End, right? Does they call that? No, Land's End or something, I bet. I bet we're heading to Land's End. Is it? Land's End, told you. We've been there before. Okay, so a town, a castle, and a reservoir with a town. And then we'll come back together. So there you go. That is your synopsis. Do you think we can take off on the short of, well, not the short of the space, but do you think if we go backwards, we can take off in this little runway? Should we try it and see if we hit those trees and causes a crash or not? At least if we do crash, we don't have to go very far. Let's do 2 flaps down. I know that means more drag, but also means we're supposed to take off. Are there 3 or 2? Well, I think it's just 2. Okay. So yeah, it'll cause more drag and might take more power to get going, but at the same time we can lift off sooner. Do not hit that. Whoops. Did I active pause? Yeah, whoops, I hit the wrong button. I'm trying to do differential braking and I hit pause. Okay, there we go. Okay, stop. We need... What? What? I collided with an object? What? Was there like a little pebble? That's weird. Okay, restart current leg because I don't know what the last waypoint is going to be. I don't know where they're going to put me. Oh my word. Okay, what are we going to do here? Oh, we're not even started up now. Where did they start us though? At least are we on the end of the... Yeah, okay, well, if that's not enough space to take off, we'll probably collide with an object there too. Oh my wordy. Okay, let's get everything back going here again, super fast. And again, town, castle town, reservoir town. Yep, there we go. Let's wait for this to finish up again. I think we have the flaps down. It's just 2, right? 1, 2. Yeah. We will start full flap though, because I don't want any risk. I know parking brakes and gates. I'm not trying to do anything. Oh, I tell ya. Okay, here we go. Let's get autopilot set back up again. I think the 2700 worked pretty well. It did feel a little high to see things, but there's less turbulence. So let's do 25 because I want to see this castle, and then we'll have vertical speed ready to go. As long as that's the CTI is on GPS. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna take off, do a turnaround manually, and then we'll look for some stuff. Okay, let's see if this is enough space. If this is also a collision, then obviously I have to go on the longer runway. Oh man, I'm nervous about this. I'm really nervous about this. Fortunately, we can rotate right when that red tape ends. Do we have any airspeed at all? Oh my gosh. Okay, so it's one of those runways you can take off from, or land on, but you can't take off from. Oh, don't be a collision. I don't want to start this a third time. Oh, there's no way we're going to make this. Oh dear. Do we have enough? Do we have enough? Oh, nope, tree. Okay. Let me restart it another time, and we will start on the long runway, despite the wind. Here we go. Alright, so we're just going to taxi over, but I'm going to stay on the runway while I taxi, because apparently this airfield has a bunch of landmines in it, because everywhere I go it seems to be an object. Of course the tree is obvious, but I don't know what was going on before. So let me get over into position and then we'll take off. I'm just slowly making my way around because I really don't want to touch anything that isn't runway on this airport. So differential braking isn't really doing its job. Come on now. Oh, this makes me nervous. Okay, I think we're going to be good. Alright, I think we can take off. Whew. Alright, got autopilot set up, 2,500 feet. We'll do vertical speed once we're in the air. Do I have flaps down? I think I do. Oh my. Oh boy, the wind already is giving me problems. Oh, the wind. Okay, okay, there we go. Brakes to stop the wheels. One set of flaps in. Let's climb. I also set that trim way back too to help myself here. Okay, that was a really easy takeoff. So I'm actually surprised. Yeah, 11 knot crosswind. Surprised we weren't able to take off actually before, because that was way easier that time. Anyway, alrighty, let's see here. I already read about everything. We read about, let's actually go about the first nav, vertical speed, 700 feet per minute. Yes, no, yes, flaps up, full power, everything. Okay, good. We read about everything, right? I'm trying to remember after all these restarts. Yes, we have a town, a castle town, and then a reservoir town. So that's when we'll come back together and keep reading. Yeah, I think everything is fine. Yeah, just keep looking at the scenery and letting the computer do its thing. Pretty simple, doesn't need to be difficult. These do not need to be difficult. Some of them are, but they don't have to be. Yeah, what we just went through is the most difficult part of all 3 push trips that they've added. Okay, simple enough. Now I'm just talking. I don't need to, so I'm going to keep managing my aircraft. And when we get to the town after the reservoir, we will come back together again. So enjoy the sightseeing along the way. Alright, our town is just about to go under a nose, I guess, off to the side. We saw the reservoir, it was beautiful. The area suddenly got really beautiful after I had said, it's boring, blah, 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 blah. But no, it suddenly got much more attractive. So I'm excited. I was excited before, but now I'm even more excited. There's our town looking out. We have some clouds, so that's awesome. I don't think we have to worry about OAT. Nope, that's outside air temperature, so no icing to worry about. Our speed is a little slower than I want to be, but I can't really help it because of the weather changing and the wind going crazy. Alright, so where did that leave us? I think that left us, let's see, there's a reservoir. That was the bottom one we looked at. Next is Indian Queens. That's coming up here pretty soon. We may, of course, follow the highway to reach the town of Indian Queens. I guess the highway's over here somewhere, right? Somewhere there's a highway. I don't really see it, to be honest. But there's a highway going to Indian Queens. After Indian Queens, we're going to look for Scorier. Continue following to the village of Scorier, located approximately 3 miles inland of the sea. Alrighty, so a couple towns. A town and a village, I guess. And then we're going to look at the highway, A30. Apparently I got to get quiet because something is going on in my house. I suddenly have to be very quiet. Bad timing. Oh well, we'll make do. Track the highway paralleling the sea to St. Ives Bay. Carbis Bay, a seaside resort, is located on the west shore. So we have a town, a village, a resort town, and then we're going to land at Land's End, end of the peninsula, westernmost point of mainland England. We've been there before. That's very cool. Oh, no, it's paved. A couple paved runways. So a town, a village, resort town, and Land's End. Pretty straightforward, so I might as well jump to sightseeing so I don't interrupt what's going on in my house right now. And trying to get that zoomed out. Whoopsie doopsie. And enjoy. Alright, up ahead is our resort town, I believe. And the river, the channel, everything, yep. And then we'll be coming in for a landing here in a moment. Anything to say? No. It is looking more and more beautiful, though. I did not see a castle in the previous town. So maybe you did. Or maybe I'm seeing it or saw it during editing. I don't think so, though. But anyway, Land's End. We've been here in the simulator before. I'm not sure why. I just wanted to check it out. It's over there. So the runway is just in from there. Then we'll come back along this side and check out that stuff in the next leg, I'm sure. But make sure you're subscribed, notifications turned on, because, oh, hang on a second. I gotta get my heading bug going here. Where's my heading bug? There we go. Heading bug. No, don't turn us, don't turn us, don't turn us, don't turn us, don't turn us. There we go. We want to stay similar heading where we are right now. Because if you look at the GPS, it's going to turn us around. We don't want to turn around, we want to go here. So we'll use heading bug to finish this out. I think that's a pretty good way, yeah. Alright, wind is still picking up though, so we'll see what wind is like when we get to the end of Land's End of the peninsula, and then we'll pick our runway accordingly, and then we'll fly back on the next leg there. So what was I saying? Make sure you subscribe, notifications turned on, because you're going to want to know when the next 2 legs go live. Not live, when they get, they go, well, I guess they go live, I guess, on YouTube. So you have to be subscribed and have notifications turned on for that. Look at that nice mine. And then hit the like button too while you're at it. I hate asking, but it doesn't matter more than ever with all the saturation and algorithms. And I mean, I know people with millions of subs doing other things, and their stuff is never recommended because their ratio of likes to subs is too low. But somebody with only 1,000 subs, they grow fast because all their stuff gets recommended, because with a small base, most people are watching all your videos at that point, so your like and viewership to subscriber ratio is higher, so your stuff gets promoted. So there you go. We got to play the game together as much as I don't like it. And what's going on here? It's getting windier. Okay, I mean, right now we want to land from the left towards the right, unless the wind changes. So we got, well, not much left here to go. So we got to start looking for the airport and figure out how we're going to land. Let's actually move heading bug this way to the left, so we end up flying over the midfield. And then we'll see how it goes. Yeah, I don't recognize the airport though, because the scenery was different back then. Pretty city. I'm sure we'll find out what it is in the next video with the next 2 legs. But for right now, we need to land. But oh my gosh, this is so beautiful. I'm very distracted. That's not good. So we can't fly straight in, but we should be able to fly opposite us though. No, we can't. The wind just changed as I said that. Wind's coming from the right. Looks like there is a runway from the right though. We'll have to see what's going on. Alright, time to turn off autopilot, because we're about to approach this thing, wherever it might be. Oh, there it is, right there. See it? So based on the wind, unless it changes, we're going to land on that runway right there. But we're going to fly. Oh, it's a grass. We can land on grass. What am I thinking? I think I can land there. Do you think that's going to register as a crash if I land right here? Nah, maybe better to land there. Okay. I'm out of breath because I had to help people move stuff around. So I don't have to be so quiet anymore. Oof. Anyway, we'll get through this. We'll get through it. Yeah, we'll land on this runway, which is what? Oh, I didn't get the numbers. Doesn't matter. 36 maybe? I'm not sure. So here we go. Whoop, we're getting too slow. Too slow. We're gonna circle around here and land. Pretty straightforward. Let's get first set of flaps down, and then we'll circle back. I set my heading bug pretty much to the runway heading there, so that I know where we're going. Do not hit the wind turbines. I'm sure they would register as a crash, just like trees. And around we go. Oh, look at that. You can actually see in this aircraft. There's a runway right there. So this is pretty much our base leg. Full flap now. Keep the runway and our glass cockpit both in view. Oh, we're really high still. Oh goodness, we're really high. For some reason I was thinking the airport was higher up, like on a plateau. I guess it is a plateau, but not nearly as high as I thought. So we should be okay. You should be okay. You want to just dip down steeply, and then we can always slip it in. You can argue about slipping with flaps out in the comments. I don't care. I'm not slipping though, but we do have a crosswind. Oh yes. Left wing down, right rudder, left main hits, then right main, then nose wheel. Want to plant it into the ground for a crosswind landing so you don't skid across the runway. And let's round out quickly so we don't nosedive. Oh gosh, that was quite the ground effect. More crabbing, please. Now we're gonna land or what? Goodness gracious, reversers. See, I told you, when my runways are bigger, it's harder for me to get it right. When it's scary and small and tiny, I do just fine. Anyway, we'll walk away from this landing, so that's a good landing. Alrighty, that concludes this video. Subscribe, turn on notifications, so the next video, legs 4 and 5. I already lost track, but whatever. 2 more legs in the next video. I'll see you there.